What if you called the police and they couldn't do anything to help you? What if the evil wasn't just real, but unstoppable? These are 3 terrifying, true stories where people begged for help. But the danger was already inside the house. Stay with me, because what you're about to hear is going to keep you up tonight. This is Mr.EvilWakes. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment your scariest moment alone at night. Follow me on TikTok and YouTube for even more real horror stories. Now, let's begin. Story 1. The Man Who Watched from the Treehouse. It started in a quiet corner of Minnesota, where Emily and her younger brother Jacob had just moved into their late grandfather's house. It was an old farmhouse surrounded by woods, and out back was a decaying treehouse, something their grandfather built in the 70s. Jacob was fascinated by it. The first day they moved in, he climbed up, brushing aside cobwebs and shouting, "There's stuff up here! Old toys!" Emily smiled, assuming it was just childhood junk. But later that night, Jacob swore he saw someone watching them from the treehouse. Emily brushed it off. Probably a raccoon or owl. But Jacob's unease grew. He started locking his bedroom door. Then, a week in, Emily found a drawing under her pillow. A crude sketch of the treehouse with 2 stick figures inside, and one dark figure crouching in the corner. She asked Jacob about it. He denied making it. That night, while Emily was brushing her teeth, Jacob screamed. She rushed to his room and found the window wide open. Jacob was gone. Panicked, she ran outside, flashlight in hand, calling his name. As she swept the light across the yard, it hit the treehouse. There was someone sitting inside. A tall, thin man with a completely blank face staring directly at her. The cops came and scoured the woods, but there was no trace of Jacob. 2 days later, a neighbor brought over an old photo. "I thought you should see this," she said. It was taken in 1981. A group of kids, including Emily's dad and uncle, sitting in that same treehouse. But in the corner stood that same tall, pale man. The photo was taken the day Emily's great-uncle vanished. The case was never solved. Emily sleeps with a light on now, the treehouse torn down. But she still hears creaking wood at night, like footsteps just outside her window. Story 2. The Foreclosure House in Dunmore. Nathan worked in property preservation. Basically, he cleaned out homes that had gone into foreclosure. Most were dirty but harmless, except the house on Camden Road in Dunmore, Pennsylvania. It looked normal enough from the outside. 2 stories, peeling paint, overgrown grass. The real estate agent warned him, "Be quick. Previous contractors left mid-job, said it felt wrong." Nathan shrugged it off. Superstition didn't scare him. Inside, the house was a time capsule. Toys on the floor, dinner plates still on the table. But the eerie part? It was spotless. Not a speck of dust, not even on the untouched food. Then came the buzzing. Nathan followed the sound to the basement door. As he descended, the buzzing intensified. At the bottom, he found a room lined with mirrors. In the center, a chair with restraints. Strangely, all the mirrors reflected the room, but not Nathan. He turned to leave, but froze. In one mirror, he saw movement. A tall woman in black, hair over her face, walking slowly toward him. But when he spun around, the room was empty. Panicking, he sprinted upstairs. The door slammed shut behind him. Back in the kitchen, the dinner plates were gone. Instead, neatly arranged on the table, were Polaroids. Hundreds of them. All of Nathan, taken in the past 10 minutes, eating, blinking, standing frozen in fear. He never took those photos. He fled. Quit his job the next day. Weeks later, while watching the news, Nathan saw a report. Another contractor had entered that house. He didn't come out. The police called it a missing persons case. But Nathan knows better. No one should ever go back into that house, because it's not abandoned. It's waiting. Story 3. Whispers at Bridge Hollow. Kayla was a night security guard at a small-town community college. Her shift covered the back buildings, rarely used classrooms, old dorms, and the infamous Bridge Hollow, a stone overpass that students swore was haunted. They said if you walked under it alone at night, you'd hear whispers. Some said it was the ghost of a student who hanged herself there in 1979. Others believed something darker lived beneath. Kayla didn't believe in ghosts until October 13th. Around 2 a.m., her radio crackled. Static. Then a voice. "Come down." Assuming it was a prank, she walked the path behind the dorms and approached the hollow. Cold air wrapped around her. The leaves were still, silent. Then came the whisper. Not in her ears, but inside her head. "Kayla, help me." Her flashlight flickered and died. Suddenly, the ground trembled slightly and she felt as if something was breathing below her feet. She turned to run but couldn't move. Her legs locked in place. Something was pulling at her mind, showing her things. A noose, a girl crying, eyes watching from cracks in the stone. She screamed and fell backward. Her head hit the pavement, and then she woke up. It was 5 a.m. Her supervisor stood over her. "What the hell are you doing under the bridge?" Kayla quit that night, but 3 days later she returned to leave flowers under the bridge. That's when she saw it, carved into the stone, freshly etched, her own name. Kayla. Beneath it, "Join me." Since then, several people have vanished near Bridge Hollow. Their last texts, voicemails, or journal entries all mention the same thing. The whispers are getting louder. If you made it this far, you've heard the kind of stories most people never believe until it happens to them. The police couldn't help. The danger came anyway. And sometimes, it never left. Drop a comment if you've ever felt like someone was watching you, but no one believed you. Hit like, subscribe, and turn on the bell, because Mr.EvilWakes is just getting started. I'll see you in the next one. Or, maybe, you'll hear the whisper first. Sleep tight if you can.